Welcome to Bitcoin Halving AMA hosted by BitMart. So the Bitcoin block reward halving, a hotly anticipated event during which the amount of Bitcoin produced with each new transaction block will fall from 12.5 Bitcoin to 6.25 Bitcoin. And this is going to expect to happen in this month. Every 4 years, and is intended to ensure the scarcity of Bitcoin. So with the total planned supply of Bitcoin fixed at like 21 million coins. So while Bitcoin halving is approaching, and there are more and more talks about this. Today, we're very happy to invite Josiah Spackman from the DigiByte to share some ideas with us today. Welcome, Josiah.
Thank you so much, Evan. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Welcome. So Josiah, a lot of people in our community, they're curious about, so you as the brand ambassador at DigiByte. So how you got into blockchain and crypto world. Could you share some of your experience to everyone? Thank you.
So I heard that I could use my computer and my graphics card to print money. Mm-hmm. And that sounded fantastic to me, that I could go to sleep and wake up in the morning and I would have money. That sounds great. So I got into Bitcoin mining. Unfortunately, this was in late 2013, early 2014, right as ASICs sort of started to become more popular. So I found Litecoin shortly thereafter in January and started mining that. And it made a lot of sense as well with the maximum supply changes, the block changes and things. And I thought, I'm a clever guy. It makes sense. And then shortly thereafter in February, I found out about DigiByte as well. And I saw the larger maximum supply and the faster block timings. And I thought, I'm still a clever guy. This makes sense. So I stopped mining Bitcoin and began mining a little bit of DigiByte. I kind of stopped that due to personal circumstances and then started up again in early 2017 and have been trying to help people, help educate, help teach ever since.
Cool. Thank you. Great. So talking about the crypto mining, I also have a small crypto mining machine in my office. Always enjoy playing those hardwares. Interesting.
They're noisy though, right?
Yeah. So
what is it that you're mining with in your office?
It's also about Litecoin, and also that's a virtual machine, so I can switch to different coins.
Yep.
Not a professional miner, just like for
hobby, for fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Great.
Nice.
And second question is, many people are fearing that the coronavirus, is a difficult time right now. And also the global instability it has caused will lead to a huge economic recession. So what can we expect from the coronavirus, pandemic included, induced market crash? So what's your idea about this?
I could see this going two ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number one is everybody needs money really fast. And when you need money really fast, if you happen to have a little bit of your investment, like your stocks and things like that, you're going to go and cash it in because you've got to have somewhere to live. Mm-hmm. So you're more likely to sell your stocks. You're more likely to sell your second vehicle. You're more likely to sell that little bit of extra Bitcoin that you've got. Maybe not all of it, but most of it, which is going to bring down price pressure and things on Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. On the other side, everybody, like America, how many trillions of dollars have been printed in the last 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah, I have no idea, but a lot of people receive that check, right?
And so what we're also seeing is on this side, everybody's taking the money that they've been given from the government. They're aware that their US dollar is being deflated in value. Mm-hmm. And they're buying Bitcoin.
Good point, yes.
So I don't know which way it's going to go. And to be honest, I think we'll see a little bit of it swinging this way and then a little bit of swinging back this way and then a little bit more this way. I think it's overall positive. like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's really unfortunate when people are out of jobs and things. Like, no one likes that. No one likes seeing people lining up at food banks. But if this is the catalyst that Bitcoin has been talking about for the last decade now, it's why it exists, why we need it, why we need that fixed supply of 21 million. We've just got it.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Like, which have you seen it going either way so far? I mean, do you think people are going to sell their stocks and things or sell their crypto?
Right, because like at this time, as you said, like many government they're printing money. So actually, like the fiat money, the legal tender currency is going to be like more and more in the near future. But for Bitcoin, like, I mean, something happening in the economic system won't change the supply in Bitcoin, right? So that's also going to change a little bit on the game, right?
Well, yeah, it's fixed. You can't print more, so it's great.
Yeah. So Bitcoin block reward will be cut half soon. Like in the previous two instances, like the halving triggered a huge bull runs. So do you think like we will see a similar impact in this month soon? Like, or what's your point on this?
When does it change? It's like 5 days, yeah? 5 days,
yes,
4 days.
It's gonna be very, very near, yes.
Something like that. That's a tough one because since is it January, we've already seen the price of Bitcoin's going up.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, what we're also seeing with miners and things is the rewards, like the block rewards, has also been slowly and steadily like increasing and going up as well. I think there's an average of like 1.2 Bitcoin for every single block at the moment that's being included. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot. I mean, it's maybe 10% already, but now it's going to go from 10% obviously up to 20%. Do I think that we're going to see a big price increase? I don't know. We might see more of a fee market increase. Mm-hmm. And I know that a lot of people like Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV don't like talking about the fees, but the fees are what's going to keep Bitcoin running.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like what we're already seeing with in the mempool at the moment, we're already starting to see a whole lot of really tiny little transactions that are just, I don't want to say spam because they're not, but they are, right? Like there are a whole lot of tiny transactions with tiny little fees that have just been put in the mempool so that people have to bump up their fees. And I kind of feel like if you're going to store data forever, in all eternity, you should be paying a fee. And so maybe as a result, we're going to see the fees go up more on Bitcoin rather than specifically the dollar value. I have a feeling we'll see more of a rise in Bitcoin in like 3 to 6 months.
Sure, because there are too many things can affect the price of Bitcoin. So a lot of people have different ideas, but I think maybe like most people, they're expecting like the price is going to be better and better because like most people are holding Bitcoin, like, and sure. So like,
well, especially if you take like if you look at there is now half as many Bitcoin going into circulation every 10 minutes, like new Bitcoin being minted. And if you're a miner, like, I mean, you're mining in your office, if you've got extra money, then that's fine. You don't have to sell your Bitcoin straight away or your Litecoin straight away or your DigiByte. You just keep hold of it. But if you have a massive, massive mining farm, you need to go and sell that on the open market or over the counter or through BitMart.
Correct. To get some money back to pay their to
pay your power bill. Exactly. Now, because there's all of a sudden half as many coming into circulation, do they need to then sell more, or do they hold on to them for a while, which then reduces the selling pressure, and they hope that the price goes up? I'm not too sure, but what we've seen, especially after every halving, is there's definitely a tail. And after that, then the price definitely has been going up. Like
it's a good logic. I agree with that. So And how do you think about like the short-term and long-term impact of Bitcoin halving? Like maybe it's not only about price, like anything.
I like the idea. So I don't like that it's every 4 years. That's a very like a sharp drop every 4 years, just a real like halving. And just all of a sudden you cut it. And so it does provide a lot of uncertainty. I mean, that's why we're here talking about it today. So what we did instead with DigiByte was we smoothed the curve out and we removed 1% every month. I think that's a slightly better way of doing things, but we're not going to change it with Bitcoin. Like, it's set, it's happening, and we just have to make the best with what we've got, right? And it does provide a bit of uncertainty around those kind of times, but I think as well at the same time, these slowing of emissions. So in the chat here, Hackmax just posted bitcoinblockhalf.com, and you kind of you see the curve, and I really think that's overall it's good that it is slowing, because this is still basically how most people are going to get their hands on Bitcoin. We are minting them. The miners must sell them with proof of work because they've got to pay for their power, and so they effectively get floated on the open market, and it is not perfect, but it's the best way of distributing Bitcoin to the masses. Anybody can go and buy it on the open market at a fair price. No one has a large monopoly. I mean, maybe Satoshi if you really wanted to claim that. But this is the best way for people to be able to fairly and openly get themselves Bitcoin. And so this is going to slow that and provide more urgency.
Sure. Thank you. Very informative. So as you already have like participated in crypto industry for years, right? So and I believe like a lot of people, like community members today, they are very happy to, if you can share some like advice to them, like about the industry or even cryptocurrency, or even like I think maybe there are also some future blockchain entrepreneurs are watching this AMA. So do you have some advice for them?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say find yourself something that interests you. Find yourself something that you are able to become passionate about. If that's Bitcoin, fantastic. That's great. If it's DigiByte, obviously I've found what I'm passionate about. That's great. If you found that you are passionate about helping people get cryptocurrencies as an exchange and things, I think that is absolutely fantastic and should be commended. Find something that you are passionate about and just go for it. Really go for it. But at the same time, I suppose what I would also suggest is there are a lot of other projects out there and a lot of shitcoins. Some of them have a reason to exist. Some of them don't. Some of them are just literally there as a meme coin, as a joke coin. Dogecoin started as a joke. So find something that you're passionate about, look into it, do some research, do more research, but keep an open mind about it. There are going to be, like, your project doesn't have to be all things to all people, and that's okay. You can like yourself some Bitcoin, you can like yourself some DigiByte, you can don't like Dogecoin. Yes, I'm gonna get a lot of flaming for that, right?
Sure. Yeah, great point. Like, really, the passion really matters a lot. Like, you gotta find something like to push you keep going forward, even in a difficult time, or even like you're facing some challenges. Yeah, you need your passion to make you keep going.
I'm sure you've faced challenges like with BitMart and with cryptocurrency in general, right?
Sure. Yes, because we started in late 2017, and start with a very small team. Just I think at that time it's like 5 or 6 people. So
And you've been growing a lot for 2.5 years, but it's because you're passionate about it and you've found something that you love.
Yes, especially in the first years that like grow very fast, like in the first couple months, or maybe in the first 2 months, like our team size changed from like 5 or 6 people to like 15 or 16, and then and then like in the first half year, first 6 months, I think like after 6 months we have about like 40 people at that time, and then like after the first year, I mean like in the end of 2018, the team is gonna be like a little bit mature, and with about like 80 people, and then after that like those people are keep going forward and keep working for the project.
That's amazing.
Very good time. It's very happy. Like
congratulations.
Common interest and common goal and work together, do things together, solve problem together. Is really a good time.
And it's once you find that passion that it gives you the motivation and the drive to go. So if anybody is watching who is potentially an entrepreneur, find that passion, find what you love, find what interests you. Maybe it's doing like micropayments for video over blockchain. Maybe it is contributing to core development, and you're interested in cryptography and elliptic curve signatures, well, Schnorr signatures, because we're getting rid of ECDSA, but you know, right? Like that kind of thing. Maybe that's what interests you. Find it and just go for it.
Cool. And I think like the audience today, maybe some of them are from BitMart community, and also some are from DigiByte. And because DGB is a coin like listed on BitMart, I believe like it's more than 1 year. So we also have some like DGB traders on our community. So next, let's also like talk something about the DigiByte and DGB. So from your point, like do you think like what is it? Could you share some idea about the differences and the similarities between DGB and Bitcoin?
I was talking with a friend actually just on the weekend, and he said that the way that he saw DigiByte was that we took all of the great ideas from Bitcoin and we just doubled down and compressed them and just really just focused on them, while taking some of the things that could be improved upon, like the halving every 4 years, and we just really smoothed that out. So when it comes to DigiByte, we've obviously made a few changes. We have 1,000 to 1 supply ratio. So where we have 21 million Bitcoin, there is 21 billion DigiByte. Where we've got things like we've tweaked the block timing. So instead of 10 minutes, our block timing is currently 15 seconds, which is about the limit that we found based on some Microsoft research. And there was a university in Zurich in Switzerland that did some research with them and found that about 15 seconds is about the limit that you can get to. So we've kind of like hit that limit. We've also done things like we've taken our 5 mining algorithms instead. So this is not like Ravencoin where we swap between one every single block. This is where 5 of them are competing for every single block, and they are like competing against each other, all 5, all the time, every single time. So there's a few little subtleties that gives us, and security is definitely one of them. It's been absolutely great to see how that has impacted the security of the blockchain. And even though we don't have the most hash rate in like SHA-256 or Scrypt, we are still incredibly secure as a result of that. And once you start looking into the numbers and how it works, it's mind-boggling. So also, fun fact for the traders, back in the day, we found that specifically between the likes of Bittrex and Poloniex, I'm sorry for mentioning other older exchanges, people would trade Bitcoin. They would sell their Bitcoin and buy DigiByte and use DigiByte to send between exchanges in order to take advantage of slippage and things that was happening on Bitcoin price back in the day. So we don't have a lot of that anymore. It's but it's funny given our faster block timings. That was what we were used for back in 2014. So Yeah.
Cool. So as you mentioned, like the DigiByte has its own like let's say the block reward reduction system mechanism, right? It's about like reduce 1% per month. Is
Per
that
month, yes.
yeah?
Yep.
Great. So what is the reason like let's say it's a core team of DigiByte at the very beginning to decide to do this? And could you explain some more details? I think
Yep.
a lot of people are have interest about this.
Yeah, well, so we mentioned like with Bitcoin, there's a bit of like uncertainty at the moment with the price.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Is it going to do a barrel roll? Do a backflip? I don't know. The price is rather uncertain. Whereas with DigiByte, because it is a fixed 1%, reduced each month, there's no needing to worry. And so although we've chosen a much faster time to reach our 21 billion, that will be it's 21 years. So we'll be all mined by 2035. We don't have this kind of uncertainty around what's going to happen and what's going to happen with the hash rate and what's going to happen with the value and the miners. So we've got that. It's much smoother overall. It seems to be working fine, I guess, is probably the best point. I mean, let's be honest. So, I mean, Bitcoin is still working, and no one's going to go and change Bitcoin either. It is what it is, and I feel at the moment Bitcoin is more of a we must never hard fork kind of mentality. So we're stuck with it, but that's okay.
Sure. Yes. And how about the mining part?
Yes.
So for mining the DGB, like currently, like where is the mining power located? I mean, is it like Bitcoin? There are a lot of like mining companies are doing the are the majority, or is pretty decentralized? Like a lot of.
Yeah, we actually. So I did. I looked into. I mean, because it's all on the blockchain, right? I looked into the last. What was it? 1,000 blocks. And I actually, before I give you the wrong number, I have the exact number written down here. I actually did this just over a week ago. So in terms of DigiByte, there were, well, actually, let's look at Bitcoin. So over 1,000 blocks for Bitcoin, there was 21 unique miners in 16 hours, which isn't too bad, really. That's, that's pretty respectable. With DigiByte, over that exact same 16-hour period, we had 170 unique miners.
Wow, so that means like the mining power is like more decentralized and like can be like less controllable, or that's
exactly. Well, so it makes it harder to try and win over a mining pool, or like we saw when Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV were kind of arguing over who's the best, and the mining hash power was taken from one pool and put onto with Bitcoin Cash and things, and Bitcoin is you don't that's going to have less of an impact, really.
Yes.
So the 5 algorithms also plays into that, because even if you have all of the SHA-256 hash rate from Bitcoin is sent to DigiByte, they're still only going to get 20% of all of our blocks. So they don't get a monopoly right away, which is quite powerful when you think about it. It's very unique, at least in this space.
Yeah, it's a very important thing to not being manipulated.
Yeah, it's unfortunately it happens. You see a lot of that kind of
Sure. So can you also introduce some of the like related products or functions of DigiByte system? Because I heard like DigiByte has a lot, like not only the coin, of course, a lot of like products. Heard about there is like a security software or something, and also there are also a lot of things like which I don't know. So could you share some?
So here's a little bit of history about Digi Id. So Digi Id lets you go to a website and you can scan a QR code, and rather than typing in a username and a password, scan with your DigiByte wallet, and you can get logged into the website using your wallet. So this is great because there's no remembering your passwords. It's unique for every site and all of that. Like there's a whole lot of security benefits for this. And we've built this based on the same technology that keeps your Bitcoin and your DigiByte safe and secure. It's exactly the same thing. When you send a message to send your Bitcoin, you sign a message and you send it off to the network. Same thing happens with Digi Id. You sign a message with your private keys and you send it off to the website. And so there are many, many, many security benefits for this. Most of all being that you're not going to be reusing like a password. So, I mean, that in and of itself is a lot of benefits. This was actually originally, I think, where was it? It was BitID, which has been around since 2014. And then before that was based on SQRL, which is Gibson Research. And they came up with the design back in 2012, I think it was. So a long, long time ago. But now the world has finally matured and ready to start doing this kind of thing. So we have AntimID, who have built an entire password manager suite on top of that. And check it out. Go to digi-id.io. Find out a bit more about it there. So yeah, DigiByte is not just about me sending you money or you sending me money, which is great. Like, don't get me wrong, we do really well with that. But there's so much more that we can do as well. And this is just one of those things.
Cool. Thank you, Josiah.
Maybe we need to talk with BitMart about Digi Id on the exchange.
Sure, absolutely. And also, so for BitMart, we also recently we have some new functions like the future trading markets, and yes, and also we have launched a very interesting program, because the new referral program. And so now everyone can like get up to 70% of the referral fee back to their own account, and it's a lifetime promotion.
Nice.
So yeah,
nice.
Very good. So we do an update from our old one. And okay, great.
Is that live now with your referral program?
I'm sorry?
Is that live now for people to go and start using the referral program?
Yes, it's already live right now. And
nice.
I think Molly will share a link on the webinar later. So yeah, it's here. So guys, if you have interest, just click the link and to see the details. Great. And also,
and when this is on YouTube later, it will be in the description below, and it's on the tweet. And it's on Facebook, maybe? I don't know.
Good. Thank you, Josiah. It's very informative about and also thank you for answering all of those questions today. And so in the end, I'd like to tell everyone like a very interesting Twitter campaign we're holding right now about the Bitcoin halving. So we're having a price prediction. So everyone just, if you have interest, just like submit your price prediction to, I think there's going to be a link on our Twitter. So
cool.
And there you have, you're going to have a chance to win, I think it's 10,000 BMX. Yeah, it's 10,000 BMX.
Nice.
So
whoever gets the closest to the price prediction.
Yes. That to the guy who most closest, and also for we also have some gifts to we have a lucky draw to if you join it, and we'll do a lucky draw to pick up some person to randomly send like 500 BMX.
Nice.
Also a pretty nice gift, and yeah,
very nice.
Yeah. So hope everyone can have fun during the Bitcoin halving period. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much as well for having me on here, and thank you to BitMart for supporting DigiByte as well. And I mean, obviously Bitcoin, but thank you as well for supporting DigiByte and for taking the time to talk about the Bitcoin halving.
Sure. I think because this is a series AMA, so today is our first one. In the future, we also have some. I think it's in Friday. We have another AMA about the Bitcoin halving. So
nice.
People, if you have interest, you can also join the next one. And also today, thank you so much, Josiah, to helping us to join this today's webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.